Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump is a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of what happened thousands of years ago. It's when our ancestors would round up the buffalo and herd them up and lure them to the edge of the cliff, stampede them over, and it would provide everything for the people: food, shelter, clothing, tools, weapons.
The group that we have here is what we call today the Blackfoot. Back in the old days, they would call themselves Nitsitapi. And these Nitsitapi left their mark and stories in the land. Today, we have the drumming and dancing, but we also have building tours, and we have all the displays that we see throughout the building, as well as taking a walk beneath the cliff and along the upper trail. So this is the kill site right out in here. What you see out in this whole area beneath us, this flat area, is what we call the processing area. That's where a lot of the work took place in order to become the resources that would sustain the people.
What I think of the Buffalo Jump itself, it's very interesting because you can imagine when you're there yourself, you can imagine how it went and how people hunt their food, basically, and how they maintained and kept their own family lives. Yeah, it's great to see.
Without the buffalo being here, we wouldn't be here. These animals coming in, they drop a buffalo chip on the ground, and that creates the prairie and the topsoils that allow for farming and ranching and providing us with food.
I think it's very important for new immigrants to understand what the history was in Alberta, in Canada, to take some pride and ownership and learn the history so that we can all live in harmony, so that we can create a better understanding and a better communication amongst all people living in Canada. It's important that the First Nations culture is shared and is accurately understood because it represents the fabric of Canada.
I felt emotionally touched by the dancing of the Native people because they showed that this culture is still alive, and knowing that the background of the culture, I am happy to see that it is still alive.